Please be seated. Welcome. Welcome to the College of Science and Technology's 2022 graduation ceremony. I'm Michael Klein, Dean of the College. Thank you all for joining us today. First, please remember to silence your cell phones. It's an honor to stand here before new graduates of the college. I know how hard you have all worked to get here today. I know the sacrifices you and your family made to reach this moment. I want to first thank the families, extended families, friends of our graduates for their many years of commitment to your academic success. Graduates, please stand. Now you, in turn, please congratulate your family and friends for all they did for you. Please be seated. As College of Science and Technology students, you know how hard it is to face tough challenges. Many of you have worked on advanced research projects with our CST faculty. Others of you have interned in top companies. You have networked with our alumni through the college's owl-to-owl mentoring program. In short, you have worked hard to get where you are today. You looked for opportunities and took on challenges. You learned from your successes, and you learned even more from your missteps. That experience of trying new things and not being afraid of setbacks means you will be in demand to help solve today's toughest problems. As CST graduates, you know that science and technology are potent engines for economic growth. Importantly, science and technology are powerful tools for addressing societal challenges. For example, in public health, such as providing access to life-saving drugs. In energy science, such as discovering new battery materials. And in data science, such as securing our privacy in this data-driven world. However, science and technology's most important impact may be on our environment and on ensuring the sustainability of our home, planet Earth. I urge you to do what you can to protect our planet on its journey through our evolving universe. I'm so proud of the class of 2022 for what you've accomplished and for all you will achieve in the years ahead. Some of you have already been hired by top companies, including Merck and Pfizer, Lockheed Martin and IBM, Vanguard, JP Morgan Chase, and the Lincoln Financial Group, as well as Google and Comcast. Leading universities have accepted you to top graduate programs, including the University of California, Berkeley, Duke University, University of Pittsburgh, and many, many more. Some of you are going to Temple's own professional schools, including the Lewis Katz School of Medicine, the Kornberg School of Dentistry, and Temple School of Pharmacy. Whether you will be a teacher, technician, public servant, whether you take your CST training to research in academia, industry, or whether you become a consultant or go to medical school, you will change the future of society forever. What you've learned here at the College of Science and Technology will take you far in the years ahead. You will explore and discover. You will invent, create, and innovate. You will become leaders. And you will make a brighter and better future for all of us. I wish you the very, very best of luck in whatever endeavor you decide to pursue. Today's keynote speaker is Sir Anthony Kevin Cheetham, FRS, a world leader in materials chemistry and renowned for his contributions to the synthesis of novel materials and the development of methodologies to reveal their structures and deduce their chemical, mechanical, and physical properties. Sir Tony is currently a research professor at UC Santa Barbara and a distinguished visiting professor at the National University of Singapore, positions he's held for the past 5 years or so. Sir Tony was both an undergraduate and graduate student at the University of Oxford in the UK, which is where he began his academic career in 1974 after a short postdoc. Notably, this year marks the 50th anniversary of Sir Tony's doctorate, so congratulations. In 1992, Sir Tony moved from the UK to the United States as Professor of Chemistry and the Director of UC Santa Barbara's Materials Research Lab. At the time, I held similar positions at the University of Pennsylvania, so Tony and I have known each other a long time. In 2007 until 2017, Sir Tony returned to the UK as the Goldsmith Professor of Materials Science at the University of Cambridge. Sir Tony has received many awards for his research in the field of materials chemistry, including the Chemical Pioneer Award from the American Institute of Chemists here in Philadelphia. He's a member of the American Academy of Arts and Science and also an academician in many of the national academies around the world. Notably, Sir Tony was elected Fellow of the Royal Society of London in 1994, and in the period 2012 to 2017, he served as its treasurer and as a vice president. In January 2020, Tony was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II for his services to the materials chemistry community, UK science, and global outreach. Please join me and welcome Sir Tony Kevin Cheetham. Tony.
Well, thank you, Mike, and good afternoon, conferees, and welcome to you too. I'd also like to welcome your families and friends, as well as colleagues and staff of the College of Science and Technology at Temple University. First, let me say that it is both a pleasure and an honor to give this address on the occasion of your college graduation ceremony. And please accept my warmest congratulations on this important milestone in your careers. You are an unusual cohort of students because your studies here at Temple have taken place during the most challenging period that most of us can remember. First, we've been in the middle of a global pandemic that has impacted your lives in multiple ways. Second, during a damaging economic recession caused by the pandemic. And third, during a period of social change and some unrest. And now there's war in Europe that has the potential to spiral out of control into a broader conflict. We shall certainly remember the upheavals of the last 2 years for the rest of our lives. However, I don't want to give a depressing message, and there are some reasons for optimism. So the pandemic is gradually evolving into an endemic phase, and the CDC tells us that almost 60% of the population in the US has already had COVID. And as scientists and mathematicians, we can also be really excited by the incredible recent advances in science and technology which remind us of the resourcefulness and creativity of mankind. For example, the rapid development of mRNA vaccines is an amazing achievement that has saved countless lives, and the extraordinary progress in artificial intelligence techniques is impacting every facet of our lives, from medicine to advanced materials. But the recent challenges remind me of my childhood in Stockport, a suburb of Manchester, England, in the years following World War II. The country was exhausted and there were shortages of everything. We were given ration books, and we needed the rations, the coupons, to buy things such as bread and potatoes, etc., clothes, coal, soap, and so on. And to buy anything at all, you had to have both coupons and cash. And the coupons, which had to be redeemed at specific shops, had to last for a week, and then you'd queue up to get another ration book from the city hall for the following week. Fortunately, my father was a butcher, and so we were lucky that we always at least had an ample supply of meat. And the ration book system carried on until 1954, when I was 7 years old. So it was a normal part of the world that I grew up in. I was reminded of this over the last 2 years when I found that meat was being rationed at the large supermarkets, and some of the shelves were bare because people were hoarding essentials. I imagine that many of you have homes, as we do, with an abundant supply of toilet rolls. But things did get better when I was a kid, just as they will for you. And I was fortunate to win a full scholarship when I was 10 years old to attend a very good private high school. And then a few years later, I won a scholarship to study chemistry at the University of Oxford. I was the first person in my family to graduate from high school and the first to go to university. And I imagine that many of you have similar backgrounds. I deliberately decided to study science, even though at school I was stronger at languages and humanities. However, I felt that I was at a disadvantage in the humanities compared with many of my schoolmates who, unlike me, lived in homes full of books with parents who had university degrees. And I noticed that no one seemed to have parents who were scientists, so I felt that this leveled the playing field for me. And it was a great choice, and it changed my life and launched me on a trajectory for a very rewarding and exciting scientific career. Coming from a humble background and having a northern accent led some amusing moments during my studies at Oxford in the 1960s. Now, Oxford's a federation of about 30 individual colleges, and I began at St. Catherine's College because it was founded by another northerner, Alan Bullock, and he'd spoken at our school speech day and encouraged people from the school to apply to his college. So I went to St. Cat's, and then when I graduated, I moved to a different college, Wadham College, to start my PhD. And I did so because it offered to pay an extra £100 a year. I was cheap in those days, and not only the £100 a year, but it gave me 4 excellent dinners each term on the high table with all the dons and professors. Wadham was very aristocratic in those days, and on my first venture to the high table for dinner, I found myself sitting next to a knight. I remember his name, it was Sir Jack Westrup, and he was the senior professor of music in the university and the leading authority on Beethoven. And he turned to me and said, "What's your name, my boy?" And I was intimidated, of course, and I said, "Cheetham, sir." "Oh, yes, Cheetham. I knew your father." "Really, sir?" I inquired, thinking this was highly improbable. "Yes, ambassador to Budapest before the war." "No, sir," I replied, "butcher to Stockport before and after the war." Everyone around us at the table laughed, of course, but this brief dialogue taught me a lot about the upper-class culture of Oxford in the late 1960s. Sir Jack couldn't possibly imagine that me having dinner at high table at Wadham College sitting next to a butcher's son. And I had no idea that one day I'd actually become a knight myself. Now, turning to graduation ceremonies, I remember my own PhD graduation at Oxford because it was a total embarrassment. The system's different from in the USA and typically begins with a bibulous lunch in your college. And we were all dressed up in suits with white bow ties and gowns and mortarboards like this. And after the boozy lunch at Wadham College, we all walked in a procession to the beautiful Sheldonian Theatre, where we joined students from all the other colleges in front of an audience of about 1,000 friends and family. And as we walked to the theatre, I asked one of the professors from Wadham what I had to do. And he simply responded, "Don't worry, Tony, just watch the others." Now, normally this would have been excellent advice, but for some unexpected reason, Wadham was asked to present its students first. These were PhD students going first. And because my name begins with C, I was the first one. I won't go into the details, but I did absolutely everything wrong. And suddenly over 1,000 people were muttering and giggling, except for my poor old mother, who was absolutely mortified. And I'll never forget the embarrassment of that moment. Anyway, I survived my PhD graduation and later joined the chemistry faculty at Oxford. I won't talk about my scientific career other than to say that it's given me the opportunity to work in several different countries. I spent many years in both the UK, at Oxford and Cambridge, and in the USA, mainly at the University of California in Santa Barbara. And in addition, I spent significant periods in France, Australia, India, and Singapore. And so my work's taken me to nearly 70 different countries in almost every corner of the world. Now, the beauty of a career as a scientist or a mathematician is that we can work with like-minded people of any nationality anywhere in the world. And this can't be said of many other disciplines such as law, history, and philosophy. But as scientists and mathematicians, we share a common language and a common humanity with our colleagues from all over the world. What I quickly appreciated is that there are creative and clever scientists wherever you go, and this sparked my interest in helping to promote science in the developing world. At one point when I was at UCSB 10 to 20 years ago, we had funding from the National Science Foundation to organize workshops and summer schools in many interesting places, including Chile, Argentina, Morocco, Zululand, which is in South Africa, Thailand and India. And sadly, the NSF no longer supports such activities. But in any event, you are now about to embark on a career in a truly global business. And it's not just academics who can see the world, because industry too can offer such opportunities. For example, a few days ago, I had a long email from a former graduate student of mine from Oxford from about 35 years ago. His name's Roger Jakeman. He'd gone into industry after his PhD, and I'd lost touch with him. However, during this time, he'd had a very successful and varied career. First with Imperial Chemical Industries, ICI, in the UK, Germany, and France. He subsequently worked for Rio Tinto Zinc, the mining conglomerate, before ending up with the Dutch chemical company AkzoNobel in the Netherlands. And he's now the global technical director for AkzoNobel, with about 3,000 people under him in 50 different countries. You will all follow different paths, just as my career and Roger Jakeman's did. But as you do so, one thing you will have in common is that you will have transitioned from being guided and led by others to being leaders and advisors yourselves. Some of your young colleagues will even regard you as role models, so please take your new responsibilities very seriously. We often see how great leadership can have a positive impact on the world, but we also see how poor leadership can have disastrous consequences. So always remember to act with wisdom, integrity, and generosity of spirit in your dealings with others. I will simply close by wishing all of you great happiness and success in your future careers. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Today's student speaker is Gersi Guerrier. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology and a minor in Sociology of Health. Her research experience includes work at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine's Fels Cancer Institute for Personalized Medicine and the Center for Asian Health. Gersi has presented her research at the College Undergraduate Research Symposium and Temple Symposium for Undergraduate Research and Creativity, as well as other symposia. She is co-author of a research abstract in the Proceedings of the American Association for Cancer Research, a virtual conference held last year. Gersi has earned several awards and scholarships, including a Temple University 2020 Diamond Award. She has served as a CST peer advisor, an OWL team orientation leader, and a university resident assistant. Gersi will attend the University of Massachusetts Chan Medical School Baccalaureate Research Education Program. Her goal is to be a physician assistant whose research positively impacts traditionally medically underserved communities. Please join me in welcoming Gersi Guerrier.
Thank you for your introduction, Dean Klein. Before I start, I would like to acknowledge the land on which we are gathered, which is of the Lenape tribe. Welcome to all distinguished guests, the Dean, College of Science and Technology faculty and staff, families, and most importantly, welcome to the class of 2022. We made it. We are the epitome of perseverance conquers. It has been a long journey. For me, some of these memorable moments include experiencing Temple Fest for the first time, going to a football game at Lincoln Financial Field, struggling through a college exam, and questioning if this is the right path for us. And then, in the following years, we were amidst global chaos. It highlighted the importance of research, science, medicine, how Black lives matter. That's right. And how we can change the world. From in-person college to online college through a screen, back to in-person again. Like water, we flowed as we made waves. I can confidently say that our years at the College of Science and Technology have prepared us to become determined teachers, data scientists, software engineers, chemists, mathematicians, healthcare professionals, geologists, environmental scientists, material scientists, and many more. This is our time to continue our journey as scientists. Every day, we're using the scientific method by questioning the world around us, researching hypotheses, experimenting with new things, analyzing them, and coming up with conclusions. One piece of advice that I would leave you with is find your why. Meaning that it is whatever you wish to do, find your purpose, and allow this to drive you to greatness. My why has been and always will be my family. My parents made the sacrifice to leave their home in Haiti to come to America. There have been moments when I didn't think that I could make it. I was not sure if I could ever be successful or seen as a Black woman in STEM. Through my experience, I learned that representation does matter. I will continue to be in spaces where I am traditionally not seen. In my family's home country of Haiti, there is a saying, "L'union fait la force." This means unity makes strength. We are not self-made. We are products of our community, our villages, especially our community in North Philadelphia. Give your family, friends, and faculty a wave for being here with you. I'll give you a few seconds to make eye contact with whoever's celebrating with you. To my fellow first-generation classmates, take this moment in. There may have been times when you've doubted yourself at Temple University, but you have changed the entire trajectory for your family. You're making your ancestors proud. Today, I have become the first scientist in my family, but not the last. To my entire class of 2022, despite academic difficulties, self-doubt, or other hurdles like financial challenges related to your health and well-being, you persevered and you conquered. Celebrate your major accomplishment because you did that. Whether this is your first degree or your last, remember, you will always be a Temple owl. Do not forget, as we rise, we must uplift others. Your why is going to propel you into your future as you make waves. As this is our commencement journey, we are just getting started. This is a continuation of your journey. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Gersi. Can we hear it again? We are about to confer degrees upon our graduates, starting with PhD students, then masters and professional science masters, and then the bachelor degrees. Graduates, please remain in your seats until the usher signals for you to stand. Please have your grad pass ready to be scanned. Your name will be announced as you walk across the stage. When you exit the stage, a professional photographer will take your photograph. Then please return to your seat. Information about obtaining prints of the photograph are in the program book. And presenting the doctoral degrees is Richard Souvenir, the Associate Dean for Graduate Affairs in the College of Science and Technology.
All right. Thank you, Dean Klein. I now invite the advisors to assemble on stage for the doctoral hooding presentation. Graduates, please have your hood ready to hand to your advisor as you walk on stage. First graduate, please come forward to meet your advisor at center stage.
Dr. Gerard X. Smith, Doctor of Philosophy and Biology, impacts and short coordinators of human composition on plant-pollinator interactions and their fitness consequences. Advised by Rachel Spigler. Dr. Diana Catalina Montiju, Doctor of Philosophy and Biology, Kinematics and Dynamics of Running Up Granular Slopes. Advised by Tanya Shin.
Dr. Alexander C. Gardner, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Semi-synthesis of biologically active collodion, taberide, and mellosulfide bis-indole alkaloids through chemical and biological methods. Advised by Frank Davis. Dr. Isabella Goodenough, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, response of UIO metal-organic frameworks to thermal perturbations and molecular interactions. Advised by Eric Bourgain. Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Jennings, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, development of Mo-zero complexes for the selective isomerization of C2 alkenes from terminal alkenes. Advised by Graham Dobereiner.
Dr. Po Cheng Yu, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, methodology development of N-sulfonyl metalloamides and asymmetric total synthesis of plus-minus heavy bergamot. Advised by Franklin A. Davis.
Dr. Taylor Marie Keller, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, synthesis of coordination complexes and experimental X-ray diffraction data towards the development of refinement of occupancy of spherical atoms, ROSA, a new approach for the determination of partial atomic charges. Advised by Michael Zadilla. Dr. Connor Colner, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, self-assembled structurally and functionally mimetic metalloclusters inspired by the oxygen-evolving complex and the iron-molybdenum cofactor. Advised by Michael Zadillo.
Dr. Megan M. Van Vliet, Doctor of Philosophy and Chemistry, novel solid-state electrolytes with improved electronic properties as hybrid iconically conducting battery materials. Advised by Michael Zadillo. Dr. Rachel J. Parisi, Doctor of Philosophy and Chemistry, investigating the instrumentation components of laser electrospray mass spectrometry, analytical method development and applications. Advised by Robert Levis. Dr. Riley Ann McBride, Doctor of Philosophy and Chemistry, photophysical characterization of flavins and the DNA repair flavoenzyme, DNA photowaves. Advised by Robert Stanley.
Dr. Salsamon Abu Haddad, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, radiated and non-radiated decay Spiridula Mansika. Dr. Mushir Al-Hassan Kolathingo Thodiko. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. Development and benchmarking of electronic structure methods for negative ion resonances. Advised by Spiridula Mansika.
Dr. C. Zhang, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Computational Approaches for Protein Folding and Ligand Binding, from Thermodynamics to Kinetics. Advised by Vincent Rolls.
Dr. Abrar Suleiman Al-Khomeini, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer and Information Science, improving the privacy, usability, and context awareness of smart speakers. Advised by Chue Tang.
Dr. Tanaya Lord, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer and Information Science, Performance and Endurance Control in Emerging Storage Technologies. Advised by Krishna Kant.
Dr. Benjamin Garrett, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer and Information Science, FFRU, a time and space-efficient caching algorithm. Advised by Richard Beigel.
Dr. Tianming Zhao, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer and Information Science, secure personal healthcare using fine-grained PPG-based sensing and deep learning. Advised by Yan Wang. Dr. James M. Lozano, Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics, ultrastructural neuronal modeling of calcium dynamics under transcranial magnetic stimulation. Advised by Gillian Cases. Dr. Xiaoyu Wang, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, spin-orbit coupling in strongly correlated systems. Advised by Peter Reisberg. Dr. Manita Rana, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, development of broadband time-resolved spectroscopy, and investigation of the dynamics of photoexcited carriers and lattice excitations in chiral wire semimelons. Advised by Darius Korchinski. Dr. Vimo Napani, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, AB initio exploration of the optoelectronic properties of low-dimensional materials. Advised by Adrian Brzezinski.
Dr. Nicholas S. Luco, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics. Measurement of the longitudinal double-spin asymmetry of jets and dijets at mid-rapidity at squares equaling 200 GeV at star. Advised by Bernd Suro.
Dr. J.D. Nam, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, weak boson production in high-energy colliders as a probe of nucleon structure. Advised by Bernd Suro.
Dr. Avik Biswas, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics. Potts statistical models of protein sequence covariation and protein evolution. Advised by Ronald Levy.
Congratulations to today's PhD graduates. I now invite the Master of Arts and the Master of Science graduates to walk across the stage, receive their envelope, and shake hands with Dean Klein.
Tamara Kefik. Laura Givnish. Dhananjay Mahendra Campbell. Nandini Bupatharaju. Teresa Lim.
Brianne Nicole Stowe. Emily Suzanne Reiner. Alexi Martin.
Angelica Natalia Baran. Jacob Guiney. Viola Phyllis Brown. Megan Monet Beverly.
Aaliyah Nicole Malik.
Maria Kozanova.
Joshua Pavo Shave. Jared Myers.
Nicole Cacabo. Jethro Claude.
Rahul Moore.
Daniel Francis Deegan.
Genvi Shah. Christina Pashkovich.
Congratulations to today's master's degree recipients and professional science master's graduates. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Eric Cordes to please stand next to Dean Klein to congratulate the degree recipients in the Department of Biology. I now invite the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science graduates to walk across the stage, receive their envelope, and shake hands with the department chair and the Dean Klein. Thank you.
Gercy Elizabeth Guerrier.
Fadi Naguib.
Sharmil N. Gadia.
Apnavi K. Patel. Jeel S. Patel. Hetvi C. Patel. Kuran Hamang Patel. Komal Rajeshbhai Patel. Kartik Varsani. Madeline J. Markison.
Alexandra Rose Forkin.
Jordan Emily Rabinowitz.
Mika P. Esperanza. Eric M. Kashuba. Skylar Jurowicz. Kristen Fisher. Isabella U. Felix.
Taylor Renee Marley.
Trace Eugene Becker.
Alexandria Elizabeth Scalzo.
Nicole M. Carter. Adoranki F. Abimbola. Amia Glenn.
Anya S. Massendet Schuler.
Gabriel Custodio.
Wildmontina Yalartai. Amar George Eunice. Prabhakar Ramaswamy.
Evelyn Aguirre.
Caitlin Murdoch. Jennifer Lucia Panisse.
Amanda C. Hughes. Evelyn R. Kandov. Christina Beletsky. Jonathan E. Falciani. Frank Lu Chen. Victoria M. Carroll. Madison L. Gray. Maria Ezzi.
Sharon Mariam Sam. Tariq S. Yahya.
Lena Dong. Christine Chin. Summa cum laude. Paulina Sonor Lipman. Summa cum laude.
Bernadette M. Ray. Summa cum laude. Amanda Nakha Win. Summa cum laude.
Sarah Zia Bhatti. Gina C. Gom. Michaela Danielle Camburn. Isosa Iyahen. Alfonso Barney. Jasmine M. Green. Almas Akinyi. Logan J. Carey. Kiera Cheyenne Dorsey. Sarah Elizabeth Babula.
Brittany Marcolino Souza. Urgisa Malova.
Eva Bilali. Jordan E. Imler.
Maria N. Sos.
Jemima Oforiwa Frempong.
Celine B. Stevens.
Atin Ishak.
Aishna Patel. Meenakshi Sarup.
Cole Abbott Johnson. Gianna Marie Buzala.
Anaf Murshed Sadiq. Corbin Bailey Weaver.
Zane A. Luce. Jawad B. Ahmed. Jared Krieger.
Keyshawn Patel.
Bradford Benjamin Azizi. Shravya Kuchipudi, cum laude.
Manvita Reddy.
Ashish Abraham.
Benjamin Venkatesulu, cum laude.
Rini Viomesh Canaria. Alicia Aurora, cum laude.
Jamie McBean. Alexis Whiting. Glacier Chanza Sutherland.
Erica D. Book. Vishwanka Kuchibatla.
Emily Olivia Scott.
Emily G. Blessley. Jessica Janet Brick.
Elizabeth Rebecca Naziri.
Amy Alvarado. Harley Q. Chow.
Justin G. Sunil. Owen M. Rath.
Noor A. H. A. L. Ali.
Claudia S. Nguyen, cum laude.
Loriana Gabrielle Lanus.
Nora T. Tran. Christopher Miranda.
Luke Patrick Larea. Jamie H. Bregman. Hunter McCullough Clements. Daniel Essenob.
Vincent G. Faro.
Dawood Esanov. Erica Rose Edwards. Kirith P. Jongam. Leah J. Galeb. Megan D. Llewellyn. Stephen E. Bach. Sarah Cavalcanti.
Pangea L. Saunders. Rebecca M. Payensky. Rachel Piper Suter. Sarah Zink. Somia V. Mika.
Priya Jain, cum laude. Olivia Michelle Fallis, magna cum laude.
Natasha Narayanan.
Dima Yasser Khalil, magna cum laude. Charity Kunta.
Kush Bhavesh Patel.
Milan K. De Silva, cum laude.
Nikita Sajeev, summa cum laude. Ariba Rahman, magna cum laude. Arohi Purvesh Shah. Pushti H. Shah. Anup H. Shah.
Remya Brown.
Samiula Mirza.
Jack S. Collins.
Arshadullah Ahmed Sheikh, cum laude.
Ahmed Hamid, summa cum laude.
Shakabar Rahman, summa cum laude.
Zachariah M. Alayan.
Pierce R. McGowan.
Cameron J. Cole. Brianna Alexis Catallo.
Samantha C. Spreckman. Claire Sophie Probst. April Murden.
Jessica M. Lopez. Kelly Rose Fabian.
Julie Tran.
Lacey Claire Jorgensen.
Darina Semak.
Shama Antala. Urja Kalathia, cum laude.
Shivani Patel. Mili P. Patel.
Sukhpreet Kaur.
Ashini R. Patel.
Daniel Golub.
Gianna Danielle Vitelli. Dana Tran.
Michelle E. Harlap. Emily R. Sison. Emily A. Lesher. Nashe T. Abrahams. Faraz Dahabra. Abed Al-Hafiz M. Al-Hurani. Fatme Shaloub.
Mia Nakijwa Okansi. Albiana Patsara.
Aisha Aliyeva.
Estella Mamushi. Matthew Powell.
Daniel Gilliam.
Crystal Osuji. Bhakti P. Patel. Priya Mariam Saji. Autumn E. Spory.
Lindsay Veronica Hoover. Meredith G. Lang.
Brittany I. Sinclair.
Selena R. Grant. Anifa Ahmed. Haven Husky. Aaron J. Feller.
Ryan M. White.
Ashley N. Sisilka. Allison Blaney. Anne Marie Rebecca Charles. Brittany Josephine Flynn. Noelia Lugo. Yasneli Fabian. Marissa F. Allen. Vivian Yasser Ali. Mira A. Urzhanova.
Michelle M. Thomas. Cum laude.
Tran Lee.
Jamie Oliver O'Hara.
Alexis A. Beecher. Brittany Adelshine.
Natalia Negich. Tori Ann Milheim. Mohammed Saleh Salim Shah Shahani. Kashish Chetan Patel. Grace M. Russo.
Leanna C. Howard.
Aryananda. Christian L. Martella. Liana Catherine Panic, magna cum laude. Sophia Marie Scythia.
Julia Catherine DeWitt.
Amy N. Nguyen. Brittany M. Yancey. Fung L. Nguyen.
Marianne Greenberg. Omar Kayamal Chisti.
Owen Potter O'Casey.
Jenna Lynn Babb.
Kayla C. McCrae. George Padilla. Jemai K. Akoli.
Jade E. Feary. Sarah Golchin Manny. Yazan Kafaye.
Rafi Husni Yaqub.
Zuhal A. Ghaffari. Corinne D. Little.
Jonathan Wong. Gregory J. Mazza.
Yebhini Bass. Michael Jones. Joy L. Gonzalez, cum laude.
Vedantsine A. Mahida.
Shazeb Khan. Sabia Khan. Hannah Danielle Labouliere, summa cum laude. Renee C. Cusick. Annette Guadalupe Castro. Rita Evelyn Hartogs.
Isha S. Patel. Ramya Sindhu Mamidi. Ritisha Pandey. Kylan A. Zarko. Sean Patrick McDowell.
Kira R. Broderick. VJ Joshua Gragai.
Viraj C. Patel. Joel Kurian Thomas.
Vahan Bapkin Hovanesian. Hassan A. EMJ Al-Safar. Mehdi Y. YAH Al-Sayeg. Ali Y. HY Al-Khalaf, summa cum laude. Ayub Al-Komani, Majid Borisli, cum laude. Mohammed T. M.T. Al-Shamali, magna cum laude. Salman N. Khalidi, magna cum laude.
Francis X. Pryor,
Garrett Nathaniel Jenkins,
Paul A. Sokolowski, Gabrielle M. Rott, Lindsay A. Shugart, cum laude.
Dylan Thomas Grau, cum laude.
Gina Roshni Rajiv,
Megan Elise Bressler, Rachel E. Hollinzer, magna cum laude. Jessica Caitlin Little, magna cum laude. Dominique Simone Foster,
Hermes Sotiri, Kyle Martin Tamanda,
Hui Quang Dang,
Abigail Ruth Robinson, Courtney G. Nurse, Drumil D. Patel,
Giselle A. Hernandez,
Joanna Lois Mathai, Ashi T. Shah,
Sayeda Javaria,
Suma Mehta, Tony Zhao,
Nabai Al-Kanani,
Ryan A. Williams, Aya Sala, magna cum laude.
Jose A. Cruz III, Maria Paula Amaro, Raymond Eugene Brothers, Jr., Marshall Drummond,
Edward Martin Wilson,
This concludes the degrees in the Department of Biology. Dr. Ann Valentine will congratulate the degree recipients in the Department of Chemistry.
Amy A. Rodriguez Encarnacion, Sierra I. Ortiz,
Leanne V. Lihing,
Ayodele Onijawa Abikoye, Corey Snyder.
Ryan Monahan Long. Casey Daniel Abernathy. Stephen Brahimlari. Jasmine C. Cruz.
Gabrielle A. Wijaya. Harry Tai.
Philip S. Carvalho. Fakhri Hassasna.
Meera M. Patel. Yash Dipal Patel. Kishan R. Patel. Summa cum laude. Ruhid Parast. Jiten Patel. Tej K. Patel.
Youngsuk Han. Emily S. Carlson.
An T. Nguyen. Magna cum laude.
Ni K. Lamb. Cum laude.
Samantha Nielsen Noland. Nicholas David Mercer. Ashley McGrogan.
Angie Noracia Jonti. Owen M. Glazer.
Allison Nicole Ryder. Magna cum laude.
Gabe N. DeLong.
Christina Marie Villano.
Danielle R. Kabolski. Nicholas Ryan Baker.
Nicholas Aaron Sharp. Summa cum laude. Griffin N. O'Neill. Emma Rose Turner. Elizabeth Panay. Shreya Mayank Shah. Magna cum laude. Alexandra Rebecca Uchenick.
Sabina K. Kamalidinova. Jamie M. Hurren. Neha D. Gagada. Courtney Carroll. Christian Taylor John Harris. Corey J. Emery.
Madison Sierra McTeer. Gabriela Mariel Munoz Sanchez.
Gwyneth J. Acker. Sabrine Rayed Fruk.
Madeline Page Mendez. Bean Ann T. Wynn. Cum laude. Crithens A. Samoa.
Derek D. Lee. Taylor M. Carrington. Stella Na-un Ha. Deborah Ruth Grove.
Amit Dharmendra Patel, cum laude. Kira Noel McDevitt. Melanie A. Reuter.
Sarah Emily Chan, magna cum laude. Keith W. Coates.
Micah Ann Milan Morton, magna cum laude.
Maxwell Frank. Catherine B. John.
This concludes the degrees in the Department of Chemistry. Dr. Jamie Payton will congratulate the degree recipients in the Department of Computer and Information Sciences.
Elizabeth Faye Johnston. Edward W. Brace. Leah J. Gutowski. Elizabeth DiCarlo, cum laude.
Tina Tu, cum laude. Tina H. Moon.
Temba Binns.
Phi D. Truong.
Abin Matthews Chirion. Ethan Terrell Lewis. Ronci M. Joseph.
Parth Patel, Computer Science.
Alex P. Ruiz. Parth N. Patel. Elijah Paul.
Michael Paul DeLella, summa cum laude.
Peter F. Marion. Vladislav Prodanchuk, Sr.
Dylan Joseph Cordingly. Sunkit Lamb.
Viraj D. Shah. Jerry C. Maurice.
Hayden Edison Downs. John David Glatz. Connor P. Ionetti, cum laude. Taha M. Abdel-Jaber.
Darren Tang.
Andres Salinskis VI. Sean Lewis Fuller. Timothy Adam Bendick. Chunghua Lee. Shakira D. Cooper. Blair M. Barber, Jordan N. Billy, Anna I. Gillen, Olivia M. Felmy, Emma L. Dunsinger, Abraham Javed, Tanmoy Chakraborty,
Francesco Rasaku, Giuliano Ratsacco, cum laude.
Brian P. Durkin, Jr., Ryan A. Hardison,
Aaron Catton Schofield,
Brandon Terrell Bolden,
Eric Adrian Rodriguez,
Race Bacon, Nathaniel Kuhn, Melanie Hamilton,
Abdul Maf,
Hunter A. Lautenbacher, Jason Charles Lamanna, Hunter A. Lautenbacher, Jason Charles Lamanna, Colin Edward Harker, Adam Lang,
Casey Elizabeth M. Madden, Samira Rachakonda, TJ Hui Nguyen, magna cum laude.
Kajo O. Jesse Dankwa,
Hamsa Nandana Sheikh, Ronald P. Rajan,
Cecily Devaney, summa cum laude,
Blake Ryan Patterson, magna cum laude. Hunter J. Nuss,
Shane Philip Grinkowitz, magna cum laude,
Jonah Stephen Mulriott, Alexander Patrick Savitsky,
Acer Jamshidi, John Lee,
Terrence D. Peterson,
Cole Lintz Fitzpatrick, Maxwell Janney, cum laude,
Sean M. Williams, Jonah Sawenson Jr.,
Christine M. Gregotsky, Joshua D. Hageman, summa cum laude,
Rebecca S. Robb,
Alyssa Grace Kalella,
Lynn Lee O'Shell, summa cum laude.
Daniel Fayyad, Mary Kathleen Dernan, Amira I. Anus, Maya Nahara Johnson. Rodney B. Drafts. Valerie Keogh.
Akshay Rajaram.
Philip Royal Genovese, magna cum laude. Abdullah Jandali. Alexander William Dixon.
Nazmin Nahar. Naila Syria Rashid.
Salim Hussein. Chidera Love Iloka.
Tajreen Jahan Shika. Rachel Rubin.
Andrew J. Dembowski. Isaac C. Cologne.
Thomas H. McLaughlin. Carl A. Schaller, summa cum laude. Andrew Trung. Benjamin Richard Rapp, cum laude.
Grant P. Gwizdowski. Marcus D. Anistad. John Lorenzo Crane. Yara Saad Al-Zarani. Faith Imada Belo. Ayman El Sayed.
Mikhail Ahmed Sajed.
Dylan J. Dunda. Anthony Gorelli.
Joshua A. Vasquez. Gannon D. Trainer. Maxwell Roland O'Donnell. Benjamin Westberg. Sophia Eloise Sispanic. Casey Rose Maloney.
Liam Hart. Kyle S. Rivnak. Xiao Hui Kang. Shuo Chen.
Tommy T. No.
Ryan Joseph Babala.
Louis John Winnemore.
Min Yi Lee, magna cum laude.
Young Miao Wu. Shivani B. Patel.
Da Jun Lin. Shobit Khurana. Pranav R. Gadamidi. Connor Gregory Burzes.
Tyler K. Swedberg.
Joel Madael Joseph.
Braden Z. Trouts.
William Huang, cum laude. Kyle J. Chin.
Michael Kong Mient Miet. Jamar Palmer. Charmi Patel. Lakshmi Shaji. Frank J. Masciatro.
Hannah Violet Knapp. Nathaniel Jason Fairweather Lewis.
Jordan A. Ramey. Sunny B. Tran.
Joshua S. Jung.
Yasmin Pamela Watkins. Steve Tolvai.
Colin P. Flood. Juan C. de Casanova II. Abdullah Yaqub O. Arishi. Allah Siraj Garut.
Keisha S. Patel.
Allison T. Frey.
Kareem Ahmed Salem Sr. Shah Ahmad Popel.
Matthew Alex Jacobs. Eric Gill Fisher.
Seth A. Wiley. Frank Petrillo.
Michael Richard Ianieri.
Austin J. Maurer. Raj Patel.
Song Yuan Huang. Daniel D. Lee.
Meshwa K. Patel. Shivani S. Patel.
James Michael Gottschall. Craig Fox.
Robert Camillus Morsa.
Tandi Harun. Mikhail A. Golikov. D. Liu.
Cindy H. Tran.
Anyesa Becca. Darnell E. Faison.
Victor M. Ramirez.
This concludes the degrees in the Department of Computer and Information Sciences. Dr. Nicholas Stavazis will congratulate the degree recipients in the Department of Earth and Environmental Science.
Alicia Alexander. Sarah Rose Blanarovich. Tyler A. Bridge. Victoria E. Clark. Brandon A. Cohn. Ailish R. Donnelly. Sarah M. Hassan.
Soraya Yelverton Robinson.
Sarah Leptuck. Julia A. Hall. Rajvi Divyesh Desai. Joseph Fitzgerald Barbella.
Sarah Weinberg. Aaliyah Ann Snedeker.
Alexis DiStefano. Rebecca Bertel. Lucy M. Archibald.
Chloe G. Mullins. Joseph E. Martina. Max S. Mukalainen. Shonday Neptune Winter. Nathan Daniel Patterson.
Edison Kayu-Hoon Kim. Rachel Lazaro. Summa cum laude.
Andrea Serban. Richard D. Simmons. Angelica M. Sokra.
Mariam A. Hassan. Sierra J. Drummond.
Devin Hakeem Tucker.
This concludes degrees in the Department of Earth and Environmental Science. Dr. Irina Mitria will congratulate the degree recipients in the Department of Mathematics.
Joseph Arthur Blank.
Michael C. Marukos. Anna Georgievna Minasyan, magna cum laude. Jessica L. Radford, magna cum laude. Farron J. Rexroad. Karis B. Shearer. Rachel Marie Small, cum laude. Richard G. Thrutchley. Alec D. Todd. Dreshana Renee Schaffner.
Togsbaleg Kalyanbat. Shrikar Kata, summa cum laude. Jiajin Gan. Carlos Gonzalez.
Syed Wasim. Samuel J. Ziff.
Rebecca L. Liliendahl.
This concludes degrees in mathematics. Dr. Bairn Sir will congratulate the degree recipients in the Department of Physics.
Adam D. Hirsch.
Truman Jameson Metz. Sean Edward Savage. Yan Ni Zhu. Hannah R. Trottier. Peter Lynn Wardock.
Seamus Finn Gallagher. Jared Christopher Hughesar.
And congratulating his son, Alex Sir. This concludes degrees in the Department of Physics. Dr. Susan Jansen Varnum will congratulate the degree recipients for pharmaceutical sciences.
Alexandra Lichvar.
Mary A. Onofua.
This concludes the bachelor's degrees.
So thank you. Joining us today to confer the degrees upon our graduates is J. William Mills III, who's a Temple trustee. Mr. Mills, I invite you to please come to the second podium.
Thank you, Dean Klein. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the respective degrees that you've earned with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
So we got a bit out of sync there. The candidates should rise, I think. Please. We'll do it again. No. Trustee Mills, these candidates have completed all the academic requirements for their respective degrees. With the recommendation of the faculty of the college, I'm pleased to present these candidates to you for conferral of their degrees.
We'll do this one more time. By the authority vested in me on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the respective degrees that you've earned with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereto. Congratulations.
So, here today to welcome our new graduates into the Temple alumni community is Mark Dash, President of the college's Alumni Board. Throughout his career, Mark has championed the use of technology to transform business. He's currently Chief Technology Officer, Information Management and Technology at Penn Mutual. He has also held leadership positions at Unisys and the Vanguard Group. He's passionate about supporting today's young alumni so that they too can achieve career and personal success. Please join me in welcoming Mark Dash, and please be seated afterwards.
Thank you, Dean Klein, and congratulations to the class of 2022. It's my pleasure to welcome students, families, friends, and faculty to graduation day at Temple University's College of Science and Technology. Every one of you has made an impact on the graduates who sit here today. My name is Mark Dash, and I'm the president of the College of Science and Technology Alumni Board, and it's an honor for me to be with you here today. Isn't it great to be not virtual? You have the luxury of being in here in person, donning your cap and gown, finding parking, trying to find your friends in the audience. It's terrific. To be honest, when I graduated from Temple, all I wanted to do was move on and start the next phase of my career and my life. I did not look back. I lost contact with Temple along the way and didn't re-engage until my daughter started looking at universities years later. I will tell you that it's very different now than from when I graduated. The alumni is a strong, thriving, active part of being a Temple graduate. Graduates, you chose Temple University as an opportunity to better yourself, set forth a career path, and have a positive impact no matter where or what you end up doing. Now you're graduating, you have decisions to make, changing responsibilities, and of course, opportunities ahead of you. So how does your alumni fit into all of this? It's all about connections. We all know it's been hard to make and preserve connections throughout this pandemic. But I can tell you that connections will provide you with professional opportunities, guidance and advice, a sounding board, and connections can turn into friends. Your alumni community is a terrific way to establish, maintain, and grow connections after you graduate. Being active in our alumni is a two-way street. I got involved in mentoring through the Out of Al mentoring program, which allowed me to help students, but it also gave me an edge in finding talented, in-demand computer science graduates to hire. There are a lot of ways to participate, continue staying connected, and give back to students and fellow alumni. We provide scholarships, which some of you have been recipients of, mentoring and support to students, networking events, advice, and other ways to engage with graduated owls. I encourage you to become active alumni and stay proud of your achievement. One thing I can tell you for sure is that nothing is for sure, and we're all living that right now. I told my daughter at her high school graduation not to try to plan too much because the world is unpredictable. We are all well aware of the challenges facing us today in the areas of world stability, economics, environmental, social, and public health. You are all uniquely prepared for these challenges, and I encourage you to use your skills, knowledge, talents to make yourselves and the world a better place. You have the power to do that, and I know this because Temple graduates possess some shared characteristics that set us apart: curiosity, work ethic, drive, and motivation. This has been true since I was a student, and I continue to see these qualities distinguish Temple graduates today. I will leave you with a quote from John Bogle, founder of the Vanguard Group, whom I've had the pleasure for working for. His sentiment reinforces the value of fellow alumni. Learn every day, but especially from the experiences of others. It's cheaper. Thank you all again, and congratulations. I look forward to welcoming you to the alumni community.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks to everyone who are watching the live stream for joining with us to celebrate the success of our graduates. Our ceremony will end very shortly. When it does, please wait for the stage party to leave the stage. Ushers will then direct students to the exit, starting from the back row and moving towards the front. Now, College of Science and Technology graduates, please rise. So this is the most important part of the ceremony. You have to take the tassel on your hat, move it from the right to the left. And now, congratulations. You are the newest Temple University alumni. Thank you to everyone. Good luck, graduates. So this way.
Thank you.